Hello, here we are in the green room with Brandi Carlile and the twins, and this is the third time that they've been here at the shop, from the early days of the debut record to today. And I'm the owner of the store, have been for 21 years. Also have one in West Seattle, and this is our hometown pride right here, and we feel real special to have Brandi and the twins here with us today. So we're just going to take some time before they go on to talk about the new record and talk about this indie store love that they've had with not only us, but everyone that has a indie record store around the country. First of all, thank you so much for coming down here. It came as a surprise to us that it was rescheduled, and that was you guys.
Well, we do these things, you know, because we want to do them. Like, we love to play at Easy Street, as you know. And we really
You're just here for the free hoodie. I know that. I know that.
Those hoodies, like, we will wake up on any given day in separate homes and show up and meet each other at the airport, all wearing matching Easy Street hoodies, and people think we're in some kind of cult.
The last in-store you did, it sounded so great that you all decided to release it.
Yeah.
And put that out. Actually, we put this up here
it's
today.
Right there.
Yeah.
We sell it at all of our shows.
Yeah.
That's it right
it's
there.
It's like the highest selling, you know, thing. Not even over T-shirts even.
How many songs do we have on this? 6 or 7. Yeah. So what prompted you guys to release our CD?
Well, a couple things.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're really rooted in our hometown.
Yeah.
It's innately who we are, and it's the fundamental of kind of where our musicianship came from. And the other thing is that we feel really connected to independent record stores and the independent record industry. Like, we love good sounding music, and we buy vinyl, and on our days off in cities we visit the independent record store closest where we are. So we wanted to represent two things: Easy Street being an amazing independent record store, and Seattle being our hometown and such a huge part of who we are.
Wow, we sure appreciate it, and somebody bought a bunch of records here today.
Oh,
it sounded good.
You bought a pile of
Someone
vinyl.
got here early,
so much good stuff here, man. I put a third of them back, too, man.
Was there a shop that you guys went to, or you went to in Ravensdale, that you bought CDs and records at when you were a kid?
No, the first independent record store I ever saw the inside of was this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's true. When I was a teenager and first started coming to Seattle.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. What about you guys?
Well, I used to go to, besides Golden Oldies that used to be all over the place, and Silver Platters in Northgate was closer to where we grew up at. But, yeah. I mean, if I'm not buying, like, a used record somewhere in, like, a secondhand store, then I'm always buying in a place like this, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, usually this place.
I used to buy Elton John records, like, for $10 a piece out of, like, Value Village. Hang them up on my wall.
Yeah.
And then I think at the very tail end of that last in-store you guys did, there was a gal that was here who I had known from working with it on the board for some cultural arts downtown. She worked at Benaroya Hall.
Oh,
and I came up to you and I said, would you ever be interested in doing your music with strings?
That's
and
right.
you all of a sudden started blushing. You went, hang on, guys, come over here.
Yeah.
Because you were just, I guess you all were talking about doing just that.
That
and
led to us doing a symphony tour.
Yeah.
Well, I was at the show. Right?
And then having a string arrangement on a record, and now we're going to embark on another symphony tour in late 2010. So yeah, I mean, I guess I got started here.
Yeah.
But that Benaroya show was like one of the highlights of my musical career, personally.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, for a local girl, I mean, come on. I mean, it's like playing Carnegie Hall. You know?
Doesn't get better.
Yeah. So, hey, anything can happen tonight. We're on a roll, 2 for 2. Dying Day, beautiful song. One of you guys wrote it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful song. I mean, the record to me is seems like a coming home kind of a record, talking about old friends, talking about high school, going back 20 years, and, just keeping one foot on the farm.
That's the one song where we kind of let ourselves sort of go there, about writing a song about how difficult it's been to be away. And the rest of the song is way out of the moment, We didn't want to make an album full of road songs, because there are enough songs out there about people that are on the road and missing home. That's what second albums are all about,
Yeah.
We wanted to write an album that was about, like, going way outside of ourselves, straying really far away from the moment, to high school, to our past, to our futures, to our dreams, to these sort of astral, like, ethereal places. And Dying Day is certainly the exception to that. That's the one time we're like, let's just write a song about how much it's hard to be on the road, man. So it's fun to sing because it like feels like going there, you know.
Well, you must be very proud of this new record. I saw the video to Dreams.
Yeah.
And where did that tree come from? First of all, it's the most amazing tree. Is that a real tree?
Yeah, we went to New Orleans for that tree.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a cypress tree.
Jeez. And the carnival masks and the elephants and the dragons, where is that?
Mardi Gras World, right?
Yeah,
it's all in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He did that there. Okay.
Yeah, it's a place called Mardi Gras World. It's got like, it's the hall of retired Mardi Gras characters, and you go in there and it's crazy to walk around.
And it's like, feels so haunted in there.
Yeah. They taped them for 3 minutes, and they just rocked so hard over the course of that 3 minutes that it was like there was nothing else to get from them. They just went nuts. I laughed so hard the whole time. It was so good. I mean, like, he's wearing no shirt, he was wearing nothing but a fur vest. Like, when they started doing that, the rocking in the video, like, at first I thought it was a joke, and I thought it was so awesome, and then when they put it all together in the video, I was like, wow, that's what you're supposed to do in videos now. I get it. You should rock like that. You know?
Was there some girls that inspired you that are local gals, like the Wilson sisters or Carrie Ockery back in the Hammerbox Goodness days, or any, you know, even the punk bands like 7 Year Bitch or the Gits, or any of those gals that you were inspired by that maybe you never were able to see them, you know, because you were out over there.
I was never able to see them.
But did you know who they were?
Until I was older, and it helped sculpt me in this kind of late bloomer kind of way, where like I had been totally immersed in this classic country and western culture, because it's not just a kind of music, it's like a culture. You know, when you're in it, you know, you're dressing like that, you're speaking like that, everything in your family is kind of surrounding this Grand Ole Opry thing, you know. So I lived 45 minutes away from the city, didn't even know there was a grunge scene happening until I grew up and was able to make my way up here, you know, from where I live. And then once I did, I saw Goodness, and I always loved the Wilson sisters. I think that Ann Wilson's an incredible artist. And they both are, you know, but I wasn't able to let them into my development until later on in life. I wish they'd come along earlier.
Well, I was just watching Wizard of Oz the other day, and I don't know why, but I kept thinking of you, and it was also, I've been listening to the record so much, and it just seemed to have such a connection. Wow. I don't know if you've heard that or not, but you know, just you know, standing up for your friends, you know, not giving up, hanging on to your dreams, and going on a journey, and having your story, and, you know, missing your friends and missing your family, and following that road, and it just seemed to be very symbiotic to not only this record, but the career that you guys have had, and the story that you tell, and there must be an NEM.
No, that's a cool correlation to draw. I mean, I can't help but like be totally a nerd, being into mysticism, and I always draw the correlation between like our band's journey and like the never-ending story and the constant pursuit of the imagination, not letting in the exterior world, you know, things like that. So I think that's cool that you saw Wizard of Oz and thought that about us. Somebody told me one time that, you know, the kindest work is done from the middle of the road. Sometimes the kindest work can be done from the middle of the road. And that's not like symbolism for being on the fence. It's just an ability to understand everyone, and that the goal is inevitably to help people. You know, and when I think about being an influence on children, that's ultimately the goal, because like my life is absolutely marked with milestones of women, artists, and men, you know, influencing me at different turns of life and causing me to follow my path. And so being able to be that even for a moment on any other child's path is like ultimately the biggest goal, I think, that I have, you know. I know the twins feel the same way. That's why we have our foundation. That's why we do these things, you know.
Well, here's to making dreams come true.
Yeah,
huh?
man!
All right. Let's put it all in. All right.
Easy street.
All right, 1, 2, 3, easy street. Go.